Hey guys, Nick here from Velocity Trading, and I want to go over my trade from today. Today is my biggest day I've had in one day. I've had bigger days, swinging stocks, but in one day this is my biggest day. Currently up 23R on the day, and I'm still holding, about 500 shares left on my trade. So I want to go over my trade, how I knew the stock would rip. Why I was so confident, when I got in, and why did I take so much share size when the stock, I don't even think it had 100K shares traded at the time. So let's go over that. First, we got to go over yesterday's play. So yesterday's play was SPI, and SPI was the craziest move. I officially said SPI yesterday was the craziest move I've seen ever. This is insane insanity yesterday on SPI, and this was in one freaking day. I mean, I've seen stocks go from $1 to $100, but I never seen anything do it in one day. I mean, SPI yesterday was at $1. This was at $1.109. Opened up at 109 and hit $46. Just insane. And the float, and it wasn't even like a micro float. Float was like around 8 million, I think. Just, man, it wasn't even a low float either, right? I consider anything like really low, like 3 million or below, but this was like 8 million, so it's makes it even more crazy, right? I think yesterday it traded 348 million shares. There's insane amount of volume in this thing on SPI. And why did this thing rip so much? Why did it rip so much? People will say, oh, it's because that EV news. Nah, that's not why it ripped so much, right? The market's just been so slow for the last like 2 months, so slow, right? And we've been getting so used to seeing stock fade after fade after fade, right? Shorts have been super comfy, right? And that's how it's been. So they haven't really ran into a stock that's caused them any trouble. So yesterday was the one. This usually happens after a slow period of time. You'll get a DRYs, you'll get a KBIO, you'll get a BPTH, you'll get an SCS. And we'll usually get these supernovas, every once in a while. It usually comes after a slow period. And, I was waiting for it. I didn't know it would be SPI. I didn't. I didn't trade it yesterday. I did see an opportunity on yesterday long right around here, but again, it was happened a little early. I wanted to see it more so around 10:30ish. It reclaimed the VWAP around there. But just happened a little early for me there in SPI yesterday, and I didn't think it would go up this much. I don't think anyone knew it would squeeze out this much. I mean, you did get some indications, this thing should have failed here, and this was kind of a predictable squeeze here, but no one saw this thing going to $40, right? No one saw it to go to $40. Maybe you saw it going to $8 to $10, but I don't think anyone thought it would go to 40. And that's what happened. Short saw just a percentage, like, oh, it's up so much, it can't go higher, and that's dangerous mentality. It's dangerous thinking. And those shorts were getting ran over, right? I'm sure many, shorts got margin calls yesterday. They blew up, and that's what happens, right? That's what happens when you fight a stock that's trading a ton of volume. Demand on this thing was insane. Front side of the move never really confirmed on the back side. Price action was great on it. So there really wasn't any reason to really get involved with on the short side. I know shorts were thinking, oh, fluff news, it's up so much, and that's dangerous mentality, right? You got to look at the volume, you got to look at the price action, you got to look at the trend. Trend never really confirmed to the downside. Volume was always fantastic on it, and that's what happens, right? After a slow period, shorts are so comfy, and you get one of these unicorns, right? And SPI was that unicorn yesterday, and it really sparked up the market. It caused all these sympathy plays to run, like SUNW, like PLA, like PEC, like NETE. So this really sparked the market, right? This really got traders going. Long traders have been sitting on the sidelines for a long time now, right? And it's about time we've had a couple squeezers, right? And you can see SPI, they kind of exited into the end of the day move, right? 2-3 p.m. They walked into the close, and it's coming on down. But this just really sparked a lot of plays, right? I'm gonna go over the play from today and why I got involved with NETE. So NETE was my big play this morning. I made 23R on it. Let me just kind of pull up my entries and exits on it. I posted it in Discord. Oops, give me 1 second here. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the trade on NETE. Got in very soon on it. You guys see I was getting in there like 760, 770. So I was one of the first ones to get in this, and I was going big size. And it was risky. I said to the chat, I'm like, guys, this was a big risk for me on NETE. I mean, I was risking like 4R on it, 5R if it went the other way, right? At the time, it didn't have much volume. I sort of hit the scans, and I read the headline quickly. I'm like, oh shit, this thing has EV news. It's a former runner. I'm familiar with NETE. I know this thing likes to, make moves, right? It's gone on some big rips in the past. If you guys remember NETE, first thing I thought of was when crypto was running big. Remember that period we had all those crypto plays, and any headline that was crypto just went insane. NETE was like one of the first ones to kind of PR after that trend, and now I'm sure the NETE, kind of manipulators and the riggers, they kind of knew that. All right, we saw an EV stock run yesterday. Let's PR out today, and let's put a PR out for EV news today. And so I hit the scans, read the headline. Time volume was low, but I was confident, and I was prepared too. That was the reason why I was so confident to get in, because I came the day prepared. I said in the chat yesterday, I'm like, all right guys, I'm gonna look for, I think we're gonna see a big pre-market squeeze tomorrow. FOMO is very high right now. Traders are looking for the next SPI, and if we get a low float tomorrow with EV news, even if it wasn't EV news, I still think we would see a low float anyway, rip like we saw PEC. But even better, right? EV news, a former runner, people are familiar with NETE, and I saw it came out, and I was getting in there, a few minutes after I saw the the news come out. Usually for this setup, I wait for price action, the volume confirm, the chart confirm, but I was confident. I was getting in there early, loading up, 7,000-8,000 shares, was going big size on it. And my target was, first target was 10, and I was looking, possibly $12-13 on it. And, I got that. You guys can see where I was exiting there. Got out there $10, selling the rest over 11, and then I sold some up there, 15 and $16, right? So monster win here on NETE. Like I said, made about 23R on this. I'm still holding some shares right now. Very minimal. I'm out like 90% of the trade. I'm just kind of holding in some in case it makes like a midday move here on NETE. But that was the thesis behind the trade. That's why I got in. And we'll see how the rest of this plays out. Even if it dumps on off, it's still fine, right? It's a big win. But yeah, I mean, that was the thesis. That's why I got in, and that's why I ran up. A lot of this, it wasn't really a squeeze, much of it, right? A lot of this was just FOMO longs, right? Longs just, getting upset. Oh, I missed SPI yesterday. I'm buying something tomorrow, whatever's moving, and that's what happened here, right? FOMO took over, and longs chased this thing on up and drove the price all the way up, whereas SPI yesterday was more of a short squeeze. And yeah, I think, and I said it in the pre-market broadcast, I think if NETE was going to rip today, intraday, it's going to be later. I think they need to trap really well, because I think a lot of this was longs. I think now you probably have some more shorts, probably slamming this, looking for more fade. So if it swipes on up here, if it reclaims this 1250, we could be seeing, back towards pre-market highs even more. So we'll see here on NETE. And other than that, I mean, we saw some more rips, right? We saw SUNW rip, right? SUNW was yesterday's sympathy off of SPI, right? I mean, SPI started ripping, and we saw SUNW rip with it, right? I mean, this thing was the first sympathy play. Traders are looking for what's next, and SUNW made a nice rip yesterday. Gapped up in the pre-market today, and made a nice move out of the gates here. But pulling back here on SUNW, so we'll see how this one plays out. Same thing, POLA, another low float EV name. No news on this one, right? Just people just buying whoever's up, buying a low float, buying the stock just because it's in the EV sector, right? And I'm sure most of these companies have no business being up this much, right? It doesn't matter right now. Right now, it's just momentum. Traders looking for something to trade. Shorts getting blown out. Shorting just because it has no news, or for whatever reason they could come up with, and ignoring the volume, right? Ignoring demand versus supply, right? Ignoring the chart, right? So it's some danger, right? It's some you could get into some dangerous situations, guys, if you're shorting these volatile stocks, right? Just because it's up. Same thing, if you're buying them, right? I mean, you're buying this over $6. It's back at $4 right now within the matter of an hour. So you gotta be careful, right? You gotta be careful. That's why I didn't take any trades into the open. Just a lot going on, too many plays. Volume was very diverse, very spread out. So I said I'm gonna sit on my hands, protect my profits, and wait for things to kind of settle out, let the dust settle, and then see what's still holding trend later in the day, and then I could look for a possible opportunity. So, and that's really been it, guys. That's probably it for this this recap. I'm happy to see. I'm a long and short trader. At heart, I think I like longing better than shorting. This is what I want to see. This is good for us longs, right? It's been very tough for us the last 2 months. I was speaking to a lot of long traders, and they're not really trading, or they're either trading and losing because the market's really tough for them. But the last 2 days have been incredible, lots of opportunity, and I hope to see this continue, right? And continue to look for more long opportunity as they present themselves. Don't want to force anything. I want to wait for the right setup. Don't want to fall into the trap of FOMO that so many newbie traders fall into. I'm going to let these plays set up, and I'm going to look to play short squeezes. I don't want to look to play, these breakouts, right? Seeing so many traders play the breakout, play the $6 breakout. I want to look to play, reclaims and dips off short traps, and when shorts are getting squeezed out, that's when I want to be in there. That's what I'm continue to look for in this market as it presents themselves. So I think that's it for this recap, guys. Just really happy to see the market pick up. Happy to see some squeezers finally, better than waking up to 20-30% gappers, and hope to see this momentum continue. Forgot to go over PEC a little bit. Really not much to say about this one. Just have a Super Mario chart here on PEC. Just pretty much 1 million of float stock, straight up from $4 to $14. Just absolute madness going on. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this recap. If anyone's interested in velocity trading, we offer a 1-week free trial. Link will be down below in the description. I'm out, guys. Peace.